Yo,
No
okay.
vibes.
Listen, man, let's get right into it. Forget the intro, straight into it.
I'm dead.
Life is real, yeah? Life
Yeah,
is real.
it
A
is.
lot's been going on in the last 9 months plus. And what I've been noticing that's important that we need to address is the power of saying no.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah? How do you say no? How do you set boundaries? Are you going to be a yes man? And what are all the consequences attached to that sentence?
Yeah.
Let's go.
First, yeah, why do you why? Because this is something that you wanted to talk about. Innit? What was the inspiration behind it? Like, did you find like in your space you were struggling to say no, or was it something that you was using and it was working for you? What was the
You're sick, brother. You're sick. Still, good question.
I'm
Both. In certain relationships,
Mm.
I was struggling to say no. Just struggling to be like, no. Quick disclaimer, that's my fault. Not their fault, but it's my fault, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then in some stuff, I was just saying no all the time. And life was just great.
Mm.
Like, life was really just getting great.
That's what I need. I need that
Like,
in my life. Like,
Things
really.
are really starting to just get freed up, you know?
Mm.
And it was making sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn, the power. Something I read a long time ago. I'm going to paraphrase the quote. It was like, every time you say yes, when you should have said no, you add complexity to your life.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, basically. So I thought, yeah, let's get into it, man. I mean, I'll start for me. Why do we think we struggle to say no if we do?
Fear.
Fear.
For
What's
me.
the fear of, though?
I don't know. I ask myself this question all the time. I think sometimes it's fear of missed opportunity or fear of like how someone might see you, or maybe someone might see you as like, oh, she said no because she was weak. It's saying like a job's context. She's incapable of doing it. She's incapable of doing it. Or like, yeah, but a lot of the time it comes down to fear or maybe feelings of inadequacy. I'm not even going to lie. We're going to keep it 100. Yeah. So yeah, maybe sometimes I feel like if I say no, like maybe the opportunity won't come around again, or someone might see me as less than, or yeah, just fear primarily. Also, you never know what's coming next. What if an opportunity doesn't come up again? And I've said no, and then, you know?
A bit of FOMO. Bit of FOMO, bit of inadequacy, bit of what if this person, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing, you know? We say yes because we don't want to be seen to be not able to
Yeah.
do. And that's mad. That's toxic as well.
100%. It's a lack of boundaries.
It's a lack of massive
by
boundaries.
any means.
And
100.
we're all guilty of it to a certain degree. And we're just like, to echo your points here, right? I fully agree. I feel like sometimes we're just scared of what the person might think if we say we can't do it and how we're going to get perceived.
Yep.
And our significance in that person and our relationship with that person. If I say no, am I now going to be, counted out on other questions? It's that FOMO thing.
Yeah.
Am I seen as someone that's incapable of delivering?
Yep.
And also there's a nice, warm fuzzy feeling you get when you can deliver for people.
Yeah.
Let's not lie. It feels good to provide a service to someone or to be
100%.
relied upon.
Yeah.
It validates you a little bit.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Literally it does. It makes you feel needed.
And everyone wants that.
Yeah.
It's human nature. We're interactive creatures. So to be able to not provide or to not deliver,
Yeah.
it's, it's an inertia. Like,
Yeah.
you don't move. It's hard to know what to do. So I get it. What do you think, bro?
What is it like in us though? Because I'm hearing like, rah, cool. There's the pressure from other people.
Yeah.
But no one's holding a gun to your head, Nobody's saying, do it now, otherwise. It's something in you that clicks that's like, I can't say no. Where does that come from? Like, because that's what man's breathing. Like, I was thinking to myself, where does that come from though? Because it's like I can't say I've been forced.
I think it's different for different people. I know for me personally, it definitely comes from the feeling like you identified, Jamal, of like feeling like I want people to rely on me. That they know, okay, if I need something, I could go to Sarah and Sarah's going to get the job done. But if we really dig into that, that's the need to feel needed. 100%. And if you dig deep into that, it's like, where does that stem from? Do you know what I mean?
I think I know where it stems from.
Where?
No one wants to admit it, yeah? No one wants to admit this truly, yeah?
Yeah.
But the reason why we don't say no to people, yeah, is because of the insecurity within ourselves of what it means to say no. I'm telling you, because if we feel like we aren't needed, if we feel like we're not worthy, it's a worth thing. It's about feeling worthy. I think, in my opinion, again, I think it's feeling worthy. It's like feeling relied upon. As you said, like, because was right. There's no gun to your head, but the truth is, we care so much about our perception. You can't let go. Not everyone, obviously, but some people.
Yeah.
If my little sister asked me for money, and I haven't got money, I'm gonna find the money. because I can't tell her no. Because
Mm.
I don't want to taint the perception of how she sees me as her older brother. And
Yeah.
you're carrying this persona based on how you want to be received and based on what society tells you should be as an older sibling.
Yeah.
So the reason why we can't say no is because we're in this battle between doing what's best for us, but living up to the world's expectation of who we should be.
Yeah.
And the world wins nearly all the time. That's the truth. The world's view of you wins nearly all the time, rather than what you should do for you. And therefore we say yes.
But I think it's hard too. I'm not gonna lie.
It's very hard.
Like I feel like I'm letting people down when I say no. And this is something I'm working on, mind you. Like boundaries, 100%. But like if you said to me, "Oh, Sarah, I really need X. Like, do you have it? And like, can I have this thing?" And I say no. I feel like I've let you down. I've hindered your progression. Do you know what I mean? But really, it's not a me issue. Oh, 100%. It's a really heavy weight. And I feel it a lot. That's why a lot of the time I feel like I put myself in situations with people or just even at work sometimes I find that I don't have boundaries because I'm like a people pleaser. And even though I'll do everything I can to be like, I'm not a people pleaser, I'm not. When you actually deep my behavior in certain circles or certain groups, I am. I'm at work when I'm really overcapacitated. Can you do this, Sarah? Yeah, I can do it. But you can't do it, Sarah. But then you have to make the time to do it. You know, when you're already very tired and exhausted and whatever it may be.
When you might have hella stuff on your plate.
Yeah, and you're already stressed or you know, like even when it comes to like going out with friends, sometimes I'm like, "Oh, can you come out, Sarah?"
I've learned to say no to that.
You have to still.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Ipswich. I used to tell my friends I'm in Ipswich. Like people are gonna see
your little go-to place.
Fam,
I need to learn.
That's just safe word.
But now, yeah, as a man, I'm not lying to you.
Yeah.
I'm not lying to you, bro. Like, but I was thinking to myself, yeah, like, as a man, yeah, and what I like growing up, what I used to think it meant to be a man was you gotta provide. In that there's you gotta provide answers, you gotta provide security, you gotta provide all this stuff. So if I say no, yeah, it's almost like I'm not doing my job. It's the same as like with you, like it's like I'm not doing my job, and I felt like that for a long time until it was like you say yes so much and then you get overrun. And it happened to me, like I got overrun, like, and it was family as well. Like I was trying to say yes to family all the time, and I got to a point where I couldn't do anything for me, and I couldn't do anything for them. And I was looking at it like, bruv, how does this make sense?
Yeah, literally.
How does it actually make sense? I need to be able to say no to certain things that are not, what's the word? Not important. Like just not important at all. Like, because you have this like response, yeah, that's somebody asks you for something and it's almost like you don't think about it. You're just like, yeah. You're just like, yeah. You're not assessing whether this even needs to be done, whether they can do it themselves.
Yeah.
Or how urgent it is. You're just like, all right, cool, I'm gonna do it. Whereas if you was to stop here, which I've learned to do now, stop and be like, okay, what's good? Do I really need to take that on? Does it make sense? How urgent is it? And if it is urgent, am I willing to take that responsibility to say, okay, I'm gonna get it done by X, Y, and Z time because that's on my head. I don't need that extra pressure. Like
It's conditioning.
Bruv, I heard a saying.
Yeah.
I heard a saying that was like a lack of preparation on your part doesn't constitute an emergency on my part.
Big facts.
And I used to have
That's
people
so
always
true.
come to me, yeah, on some, yo, I need some help last minute, whoop-de whoop. And I was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna blah blah blah. But I can't.
Yeah.
Or if I can, and I would usually come through, it's like I'm spreading myself thin.
Yeah.
At the end of it, I've got to relax for time, and I'm not doing all the stuff that I
feel
need to
burnt
do.
out. You know, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna just say, like, it's a massive conditioning thing, yeah, because like you get yourself in a very dangerous place, you know, if you start thinking that you need to live on people's wants over your own needs. It's very dangerous.
Yeah,
Even your
definitely.
wants, let's be real.
Even
Even
your
your
own
wants.
wants, yeah.
Because we've got this thing, yeah, where it's like 27, 28, I need a house with my kids and a wife
Yeah.
and a blah, blah. And you're doing all of this stuff in a crammed, condensed space of time.
Yeah.
And it's not possible. Not that it's not possible, but for you in your life,
Yeah.
where you're at, it's not possible. It
Yeah.
doesn't make sense for you. Like, and you're just putting all this pressure on yourself, just like, right, I'm gonna say yes to all of this so that my, like, you know,
I get
tomorrow
the
can be
end
better.
goal. Yeah.
The end goal can be, but you're not gonna get to the end goal if you've mashed yourself up in the first however so long.
True.
But
Was there anything else you wanted to add? Because there's something that's on my mind.
Is it separate or is it related?
It's separate. So you go
Nah,
ahead.
shut it. Go for it.
You know what I was thinking? Like, for me personally, seeing as we're going to be honest on this, I
Mhm.
think a part of it is like stem to the reason I started the podcast. It's like being that person that I wish I had. So I find it hard to say no because I'm like, it takes a lot for someone to turn around and be like, can you help me with this? You know, for some people, it takes a lot. So I feel like if I'm that person that's like, no, like, I don't know. It's
Do
a
you know why
heavy
that's mad?
burden. It is
Do
a
you know why
heavy
that's
burden.
actually
I'm
mad,
working
yeah?
through it in
I feel
therapy,
you.
mind you, but it is a heavy burden when you think about it. And I never realized how heavy it is until we're actually sitting here talking about it and
Do you
how
know
it's
that's
making me
mad, yeah? Do you know
feel.
why that's mad? Let me spin it. You see how you said, yeah, it's hard for some people to ask, or hard for people to ask for help.
Yeah,
Effectively.
for some people, yeah.
Do you think, yeah, that you say, like you just said, it's kind of like a Captain Obvious question here, but like you just said, you wanted to be who you needed,
Yeah.
right? Do you think you just say yes because you think it's hard for you to ask? So you're basically relating to other people and trying to project
Oh my
that
God.
onto other people. Like,
Yeah.
boom, it's hard for me to ask. It must be hard for you to ask. Whereas for some people, it's not, you know, because they keep coming back.
Yeah, you're
It's
They're like, bruv, they
right.
keep coming back. They're like, yo, can you do this? Can you do that? Next
You're
week,
right.
there's people, yeah, in your life, you've always got a problem. And it's like, blood, what do you want? Why me? Leave me alone. I'm
It's
not
because you
here
keep
to...
giving, innit?
Because you keep giving.
Yeah.
Because you keep giving.
It's
One
so
of my friends, G, checked me on that.
Yeah.
She was like, bruv, like, you're not here to be just healing up everyone. And I was like,
It's
fam,
true.
I hear it.
No, it's true
Shout out
still.
Pip, my nigga, for real. But
Yeah. Revelation for you, Sarah, yeah?
yeah,
Did that one just...
Yeah.
it's different. It's
You
different.
got a point, bro. I'm not gonna
It's
lie. When you put it
different.
like that, you keep it right.
Yeah.
It could be a
We be
projection.
looking at people like just holding up the mirror.
It's true.
We're just holding up the mirror like, rah.
Yeah.
Because you know what, even when I'm thinking about it, even when it's like certain relationships or friendships or whatever, when things end, that person always comes back. Like, and you always think, why? Well, because you're always there giving. And it's the same with that, isn't it? Holding up the mirror.
But this is my
That's
point,
a
though. With
real-
the
It's mad.
That is mad.
mad.
whole
Yeah.
conditioning things, because you
Yeah.
condition the codependency.
Yeah.
You understand? Like,
You're teaching them who
you're
you are in
teaching
their
them
life.
the dependency they have to have on you in their life. And also, not only you teaching them their role, you're showing them your role.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying to them, I'm going to be this person for you because I keep doing this for you.
Yeah.
You keep asking me, I keep giving. And it's really important, like I said, I've been learning too. Self-love is the best kind of love.
100%.
But that love that you do, yeah, it radiates to other people for their own self. I promise you. Like, if you let them boundaries get set early on, it's not a negative thing.
Yeah.
And that's how I said, I believe by this rule strongly, right? There's a massive difference between doing something wrong and do something you don't like. They're not the same thing. You might not like that I'm not helping you, but I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not actually wrong.
It's true.
And there's and this is a good point for the next point, right? As in how to be the person who's hearing a no. But if we go to that point, you can be the person on the receiving end, and if you hear no, you think they're wrong. I'm not wrong. You just don't like it.
Yeah.
And they're not the same. I don't have to do it. And if you love someone, you got to start teaching them their own independence. Teaching them, like, you know what, yeah, I've got you, and I will have you within the bounds that I can provide for you. And that will be relative and decided on the day that I feel. As per my life dictates.
You know what it is? It's like, you guys are dropping some real gems right here, and it's hitting my heart. It's hitting home, innit?
It's real.
But what I was just thinking, and what I'm taking in some from what you guys are saying, is that the hardest person to say no to is yourself. Because when you're caught in that cycle of saying yes, you actually have to slow down and be like, but is this good for you? Like, I know you want to say yes and you want to help that person, but is that in your best interest? Think about this person. Is it in your best interest to supply your needs? It's like, I did it for the first time in a long time the other day. And I was so proud of myself. Like, someone was going through a difficult time and they were like, oh, I'm not going to do X, Y, and Z. And then my natural instinct was like, I'll do it for you. But I had to ask myself, I was like, slow down, Sarah. Is this actually what you do? Like, is this what you need to do? No. So I was like, you know what? Actually, I'm sorry. I hope you figure things out. And that was that. And I felt really proud because I was like, that's a boundary.
That's something to teach yourself.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, I tell people, like, in the moment, yeah, it's like, fam, I'm there for you. I got you.
What do you need? What do you
But
need?
then, but time comes around and you realize, fam, I don't think I can do that. You know, I don't have the facilities for that one there. Like, but in the moment, you mean it from the bottom of your heart. 100%. You're like, fam, like, I want to help you. I want to. But I've learned to like delay that moment. Just like,
You're right.
I'm not gonna just fly out the gate and say, yeah, I'm gonna commit to that. I need to
sit with the feeling.
They don't ask you. You know, it's not fair to be like, right, you're putting pressure on me when they don't ask you. You're just offering yourself up. They're not asking you to do that.
Yeah.
Like, and then you're gonna complain about it later on, rightfully so, because it's too much. But you've got to be conscious of the stuff that we say to people, because people will take you on your word. Like,
of course, man.
Like my little cousin, I told her I was gonna get her some iPods. She didn't forget. AirPods.
Yeah.
She didn't forget. Held me to my word, and I was always gonna do it. But it just reminded me that
what you say, people hear.
what
basically.
you say, like, fam, your word is
Yeah.
bond, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
facts.
And you got to commit to yourself first before other people,
Yeah.
because then you can't deliver. Which is great it's a great segue to the next kind of line of questioning, is in like people on the receiving end of hearing no. How do you take to hearing no? How do you deal with it? What do you feel about yourself as a person? That was your question. I stole it. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, I was gonna.
I'll be real.
Oh, it was my.
I give it to you, it's yours, bro.
Oh.
Have it.
Nah, I had to. No, because it was in my head. It was in my head. I was like,
You
no,
said it off.
this guy's on the
camera,
wavelength.
Off. So okay, cool.
No, I was like, this guy's on the wavelength. This guy's
All
on the
right, guys,
wavelength.
answer the question then. Jesus.
You digress, innit? But I let you know what. Over to you, sir.
No, I was gonna ask, innit? Like, how does it feel for you lot when you hear no?
I'm learning, yeah. This is the truth. Like, I'm learning with maturity. I said before, just because you don't like something, don't mean it's wrong. And the person that disagrees with you is not always your enemy.
Yeah.
I promise you, they're not always your enemy. And so for me personally, because I'm having more self-love and having more boundaries, I expect the same.
Mm-hmm.
So when I get told no and it's delivered in a way I can't argue with, I'm not mad, because I could be struggling, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is not random. I might go, Sarah, listen, Sarah, can you lend me, I don't know, $1,000? This is random, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you might go, I'd love to, Jamal, but one, I can't, or two, I can, but no offense, I don't particularly want to do that, really. This is my money, I want to keep stable. That's a valid response. It's a valid response. I can't then question your friendship to me. So for me now, it's like, if hearing no, I'm depersonalizing it. It's not always personal to me. But in the past, it's horrible.
Yeah.
What about in those relationships where it is personal though? Like, you ask something something from someone who you think, right, you're supposed to have me.
But it's expectations, isn't it? It's like, what do you... People have to remember, we come together in union in relationships, but we are still island. We are still individually our own people, and we will always be our own people. Yeah, we unite.
Yeah.
But your needs can't, be put second to mine in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I'm saying to you about what you must expect from someone. And to be very careful, because society's teaching us that, nah, man, your man's got to do that for you. Your girl's got to do that for you. They're not gonna... No, they don't still. They don't still. Like, I always say this, yeah? And I'm going to get some hate for this. I don't care. If your partner
You ready?
gets you on your birthday
Yeah.
a card, that's a nice thing to do. They don't have to get you a gift. Trust me. Look, you don't have to get... You know what? Your mum ain't got to buy you gifts.
Not get me a card.
This
Not
is
get
what I
me a
mean.
card.
It's that energy
You
there.
better not get me a
It's
card.
that dependency on,
Huh?
shit, I'm not going to
Better
live up to what
put
you think I
some
should
thought
be.
into it. If
You
you're
don't
gonna
have
get me a
to do
card, you better write a flipping paragraph in there talking about how
But
much
this is the thing.
how much you love me or
The
something.
card, but the card could mean so
Better.
much to me when I'm delivering it to you.
Mm.
I'm not going to get you a card, obviously, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
don't assume that man has to go and buy you a mad thing. I don't have to buy you anything.
Nah, I hear it.
Every gift is a choice. You don't have
Yeah.
to do these things. So
Yeah.
when I hear no, that person is doing what's best for them. And based on what we agree in our contract for our relationship, you set the terms. That's how I see it.
Yeah, true. I'm thinking, how do I feel how I feel and I hear no when someone tells me no?
Wah.
It depends. It depends. Who,
Wah. I can see you, Sarah.
I
so
mean,
can't lie.
it depends who's telling me no.
Wah.
I mean, you guys think I'm that sensitive?
No,
I
I
feel
just
like,
think you go off. I'm not gonna lie.
You say what?
I think you go off.
No. Well, you know what? It depends. It depends on who's telling me no.
That's what I'm saying.
And
it's
it
like
depends-
when it's
no, I
somebody
mean-
that's supposed to have you.
No,
how
no,
do
I
you
don't mean
feel?
like that. I mean, like, say for example, I apply for a job and they tell me, "Oh, sorry,
Oh.
we're not taking you on." Fair enough, but that will fuel me to be better. That's what I mean. If it's like a partner that said no, it depends on the context of what you said no about. If you're saying, okay, I'm saying no, I can't do X, Y, and Z with you, and you've got a reason for it, fair enough. But what is your reason? I feel like the reason matters a lot
agree.
more than the actual hearing no.
True.
Because I can respect someone's boundaries, like you were saying. Like, if there's a boundary there and you're telling me, I can't do this because it's going to push me over the edge, I can't give you that £1,000 because I will be broke, even though I want to, I can understand that. But if you're telling me, I don't want to give you that £1,000 because I don't want to, okay, well, why? Do you know what I mean? Like, it depends on the reason, no. But I've learned over time, because I've heard no a lot in my life, to, one, like you were saying, this goes back to what we were saying earlier, to be dependent on myself, to feel like I always have myself, which is a problem in itself. I can recognize that. But also, two, to like use that to fuel myself to be better, to not have to feel like in the future I need to ask for that thing again, which are both very problematic
Even that,
issues.
yeah, it's pressure.
Oh
man.
yeah, I know.
It's pressure.
It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure to constantly feel like you have to have yourself, because in this life we're not meant to be like that. Like, we're humans. We're supposed to have support around us.
Pending.
Oh, 100.
Trust issues pending.
Oh, listen, me and my therapist are working through them in it. But we're saying we're going to be honest in this conversation.
Nah,
I don't,
facts.
you know what, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and lie. But yeah.
I don't know. I feel like, at some points for me, there's been times where it's like, you're just not expected to know. And it's not like stuff that is like luxury. It's not, oh, can you do this for me? Just do me a quick fit. It's like, fam, right now, I need a hero, bro. I'm coming to you, because I don't ask for stuff from people. So it's like, if you're coming from a position of, I don't ask for stuff anyway, the one person I've chosen you and you can't deliver, I'm never going to ask again.
But that's what I was saying earlier. So you have trust issues too. You're out here trying to make me
Go
feel
around in
bad.
a circle. This is like therapy in itself. I'm not
I
gonna
know.
lie.
I feel like that's a
therapeutic.
normal thing though. You're going to be like, oh
It is
shit.
normal,
Like,
I'm never asking you again. I'm giving your
see?
number now.
You're out here telling me I've got
What
trust
are you
issues.
talking
Look at
about?
yourself.
No, but listen, because I can identify with it. I was hearing
Yeah.
it. I was like, bro, I hear it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hear it. Like,
For real.
It's tricky though, isn't it? Like though, you made a good point before. Like, well, both of you did actually. It's tricky to like. It's tricky to be the person that's asking and the person you have to respond to it. It's hard on both parts.
Yeah, yeah.
I just think you got to set up the contracts differently with each other. Like, you just got to set up differently, because like there are like sometimes, and this is nothing you said. Yeah, I'm good at doing this. Very, very reluctantly gonna make this. Yeah. But I'll not want to do something, and like a waste man, I'll do it. Right. Then I start bitching about it. It's kind of moist.
Bare
Yeah.
people do it at
But
work,
it's
though.
dumb.
Bare
You
people
can't,
do it at work.
you can't say that this was a terrible idea, but I'll do it for you. And then an hour later, just people wasting my time, making me upset. But you don't. This is one thing I've learned, yeah.
Yeah.
My girls told me off about this as well, innit?
Yeah.
Don't be doing something for me and then get mad later on, you know.
I
Just
know.
don't do it.
I
Just don't do it. I'm guilty. I'm guilty.
I know.
But you, like, I don't want to tell her no.
Yeah.
I like when she's happy. My life is much
Yeah.
more easier that way. That's the truth. It's much more easier that way.
Yeah.
Sometimes though, you're burning the candle at both ends. You're trying to maintain your own self-worth, self-happiness, your whole regulation, but also maintain this. And this is the truth about life. There is no easy answer. This is the key. There isn't an answer. It isn't fuck everyone. It's you got to pick and choose your battles. That's the truth. Sometimes you're going to suffer for people that you care about. And it's okay. Other times, you've got to suffer. And pick you.
Do you know what's mad though? Yeah, because at the start you said you got to like in terms of setting the terms of your relationships, and I was thinking to myself that requires you to be conscious, right?
Yeah.
About what you're actually doing. But what about the times where you didn't establish those relationships?
And you're fucked.
So, for example, like with your parents, because I'm thinking to myself,
Oh, that's a good point.
I'm thinking to myself, rah. Like you were saying with your girl, or even like just people who do stuff, say yes to stuff, and then they complain about it after. Instantly, I thought about myself here. When my mum tells me to do something, I know that I've got to do it because it's mum. But the time that she's telling me to do it might not be ideal for me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna complain because I'm not gonna chat shit to her.
Yeah.
You get me? I'm not gonna chat shit to her. And I feel like we just learned that. A lot of us learn that, and take it into other places. And just like, man, just gotta be patient. Man, just gotta but this person's pissing me off, bro. I'm not gonna do this again, fam. Next time you ask me this, I'm not saying it. Next time they ask you,
You're saying
like,
yes.
all right, yeah.
Yeah, literally.
And you're moaning again. You're moaning again.
Bruv, it's mad because it's like you deep it, and it comes from a place of, from young, man, just taught to, don't ask questions.
You know what just came to my mind? You know what the
Ask
middle
no
ground
questions.
is for this? I think it's compromise.
Yeah.
You want to say yes, but you should say no. Is there something in that sphere that you are capable of doing, that you feel comfortable doing, that's not going to push you over the edge, that can help this person? It's a compromise thing, right? Like, I don't have to overextend, but I can still help you within my own boundaries. The key word here is boundaries.
Precisely.
You know what I mean?
So
like,
that's
and
favourite
setting
word.
those, because I'm really learning what that means recently. Do you know what I mean? 100, yeah.
I fully agree with you. Like, as well, also, like, you got to, like, in that relationship, as you said, find that common ground that you can commit to.
Yeah.
Without overextending, but also enlighten the person who's asking for your help on why this is your choice. Because they may see it differently.
Yeah.
I don't have to though.
What, enlighten them?
I don't have to.
You don't feel like you owe some
Sometimes
explanation.
it's just no.
Yeah.
Why do I owe you an
depending on the
explanation for
situation,
my
it's-
no? Like
Yeah, yeah.
sometimes it's just no, bro. Sometimes I don't know why I'm saying no. Sometimes I don't want to do it.
Period.
I don't owe you that. Like
No,
if I
agree.
can or I can't. Like obviously I'm not gonna say it like this, and I'm not gonna
No.
because I'm not gonna be rude and just
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just fam. I'm not on it, man.
Yeah.
I'm actually not on it.
Mm.
Like there's been times, yeah, like I don't know. Like, my brother might ask me to do something, and it's like, fam, nah, you know. Like no, but then I might go back when I'm actually on it later and be like, Raj, you still need help with that. Like I've handled whatever I needed to handle. Now I've got the space to
Yeah,
support
to
your
give
needs.
you the
feel
help
me?
you need.
And I
Yeah.
didn't even know why I was saying no. I just
Yeah.
felt it wasn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for real. I feel
Like,
you. I think that's fair though, but then also I feel like sometimes, depending on the relationship with your brother, he may take it negatively. But I'm saying to you, you can come back and be like, listen, honestly, bro, like, I just needed a bit of me time, and there could be an actual reason why, and maybe with him having that knowledge, he'll think differently about, okay, right, I know why bro's saying no. He's not trying to be personally,
for real.
against me.
For
I
real.
get what his cause is because now it's important to him, and I could see a bit of that now, so I can
Yeah,
be more
for sure,
mindful when I'm
for
asking.
Yeah.
You know,
and I feel like we definitely, like, as in, like, say for example, with me and my brother, using that as an example, we've definitely got to that space. I'm able to see when his no is just like, right, give me some time, man.
yeah, let me just,
Like, I just need some. I'm in my head right now, like,
yeah,
and I feel like as much as we gotta teach people how to relate to us, we gotta be. Other people do have to be compassionate at the same time.
passion.
It's that
Compassion.
thing. It's actually compassion. Like I wouldn't look at any of you guys and say I'm gonna push you beyond your means. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't see that you're at capacity and say, you know what, Jamal, I hear that, but here's my thing in it. Get round to it when you get round to it. I wouldn't do that to you. Get me?
Yeah,
It's
you're right.
true.
Like,
Empathy and compassion.
What if there are competing interests in a situation?
When aren't
how
they?
you mean?
Like, say for example, like I have a need that needs to be met, and this person doesn't have a need that needs to be met, but they don't want to meet your needs.
I would
What do you do
sex-
then?
About
What,
sex,
like a
just
conflict
so I
of
know that.
interest?
Yeah.
Okay.
What did you say, Jamal?
Like sex or?
No, not
Okay,
like sex.
cool.
Just like generally, you could use
Where
sex
is
as
your
an
head at,
example.
sir?
If
No,
that-
I just I
if
thought
that's
that
what
kind
you
of
want to
conversation.
use it
Where's
as,
your
then
head
yeah, we
at,
can
sir?
use that.
I'm just trying to follow the conversation. You get me? I thought you meant like sexually.
No,
But
just
you
like
didn't mean that. Okay.
say like like some people don't have reasons for not wanting to do things. Like you're saying, I don't need a reason to say no. But then if you're in a situation with someone where they actually need you, does that not make you a bad person for saying no? I hesitated to say that
Tricky.
because the natural answer would be no. Well, no, of course it doesn't make you a bad person. But really, when you deep it, if I'm in a place where I need something and you're fine to provide me with that need, and you don't do that, what does that? Do you know what I mean? Does that
I don't know
complicate
if it'll
things
make you
slightly?
a bad person. It might make you stingy.
I just think it
Okay,
shows
yeah.
how much you value certain people in the relationship.
Yeah.
And that's your prerogative, by the way. It's up to you to
Yeah,
feel value
true,
or not.
true.
But it just
Yeah.
shows, like, if anything, that's an indicator of how much you value this.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
if this is coming at no expense to you,
Yeah.
where does your compassion come from?
It's true.
And if you can't
yeah.
display it, that's perfectly reasonable. But it just shows where your boundary of love is to me, where your love ends.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it does. So yeah, they're not
Yeah.
wrong, but now I know where your love ends.
Yeah, true.
And now I know what I need is someone's love to extend further.
Yeah. Oh my
End of
god,
that
that's
part.
deep.
That part.
That's how I see it.
Someone's love. Yeah.
I feel like it's true, man. You gotta know what you can and can't expect from other people.
For sure.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Because everyone's always like, "Oh, I don't have any expectations," so that you don't get hurt. But in this life, we've all got expectations.
Can't help it.
It's how we're wired. Like you're
Yeah.
going to have expectations. Like I think the key is to adjust those.
Yeah.
To be like, right, this person, and it might not even be that's where your love ends for me. You know, it might just be in who you are. You can't do that for me. You just can't do that for me.
Yeah.
It's like certain people. Yeah, like for example, their relationship with their parents.
Yeah.
It might be a tough love type relationship.
Mhm.
You might want that cuddle me, tell me everything's gonna be okay. But
Yeah.
what they understand love to be is
It's different.
It's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't do that for me because
I
it's not.
completely agree.
You don't get it.
It's not even in your nature.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not you.
Yeah.
You feel me? So learn to get that from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
There's
that's
There's
true.
hella people
I
in your
completely
network, in your life, your
Mm.
sisters, family, whoever. Like learn who is equipped to give you what you need. And
Or
get it from
even
them.
find someone who can supply that need.
That's what I was looking to
Yeah.
learn. Like be
Facts.
more selective about that
Yeah,
stuff. Because
yeah.
you can.
Yeah,
Like the choice is there. Like the buffet is really out there.
for
You know
real.
what I'm saying? Like, it's
For
really
real.
out there.
Yeah.
So
Big facts.
you have to. It's never like on like a selfish thing, but it's almost like, as you mentioned, we all have expectations. We have to get to a point where there's certain ones that we ain't willing to compromise on, and some we are, and you're just trying to find the human beings that have the best composite of those things that you want.
Mm.
You know, the best arrangement of those needs. Because you're right, like it's so important. You know, like I'm trying not to be disliking those people that can't be anything more than who they are.
Yeah.
Like I'm just trying to see it early and make the decision. Like e.g. like some people really love humor, or like they love, I don't know, like what's another, like intelligence. So like people like conversation. Some people don't like talking.
Yeah.
They're more
Yeah.
of like just a vibes, music. Not everyone's got those skill sets. Some people are introverts, extroverts. You can't make an introvert an extrovert. And why would you want to?
Yeah, true.
They don't want to. Actually, you want them to.
It's
It's
true.
learning that sooner rather than later. You know, you can't make a non-romantic person romantic if they don't want to be romantic.
It's true.
Like you can.
I mean, you can coerce people in life, but like if someone doesn't actually
But
want
you
to do nice
can't.
things, you cannot make them do nice things for you.
You,
bro.
I mean, you can't make them, but you can teach them. I don't feel like people are fixed.
No, but like
You can teach them. I feel like, bro, there's certain things. Yeah, that
People
you
come
won't-
as they are. Like, why should I
like peop- I
change
feel
you
like
if you're
people
not
can
that way?
Not change you, but as in,
Yeah.
like, if you're, it's never gonna be 100% compatible with a friendship, a relationship, or whatever. People learn what you need and are willing to give that to you. Like I've seen that happen.
if they
there.
can, I think.
I've
And
seen
if they
people-
want
I've seen
to.
people
They want
learn.
to.
I've seen
Yeah.
people, I've seen
If they
people
want
who
to.
like want to learn.
I
Yeah.
agree. And I agree
get
with that
me?
part.
Yeah.
But I just feel like some people, let's just do the whole romance thing. Some people don't want you, like it just sounds dead to them. That's just like like they actually probably like you, but I just don't want to be doing that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to give you roses at the end of the day. It just doesn't register in my mind as the best thing to do. Again, this is not me, but people might feel that way. Or like,
Yeah.
it might seem cheesy to some people. Some people, girls think they're too cheesy. Like, why are you always doing this sweet stuff? Like, I don't want a Casanova.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want a Casanova in my life. I want someone that's just to the point, direct,
Yeah.
cut all the crap out. I don't want. Some girls don't want wordsmiths. They don't
Lol.
want to hear nice words sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not their flavour.
It's
That's who you
true.
are. You might be, you know, poetic.
Mm.
Different horses, different courses.
Mm.
Different
Nah,
horses,
it's
different
true.
strokes.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
True.
So the key, for me, is honesty.
Yeah.
How do we breed more honesty in
Finger
situations
slaps.
to
That part.
to prepare us better for hearing no and prepare us better to deliver no? Honesty.
Means boundaries, bro.
Different.
Boundaries. Boundaries.
When have you like, and this is like, give us an example. Like, what is there something that you was working on recently that you have figured out? Right, this needs boundaries. Or like a
Every aspect
space.
of my life I feel like needs boundaries. Because of in my nature of who I am, like I take on a lot. I think in some ways it's like because I feel like I want to be the best version of myself.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like you need to push yourself to your limit to know what your limit is. Do you know what I mean? But in other ways, I think like every aspect of my life needs boundaries. I need to learn how to put Sarah first. What does Sarah want from her career? Okay, Sarah's mom might have wanted this, or Maureen might think this is what's best for Sarah. But what does Sarah want? Or, okay, I'm in a relationship with someone I love and want to be with, but what is best for Sarah? Like, okay, just because you love them doesn't mean you should be with them, for example. Or like a friend, just because they're going through a hard time, it doesn't mean I have to feel that pain too. I can love you from a distance. I can be like, I'm here for you without overextending myself to the point where I now feel your pain. Do you know what I mean? These are all things I'm learning. But also with work, honestly, like, before I used to work stupid long hours, I'm not even gonna lie. Sometimes I would work really long hours, but then I learned to be like, you know what, Sarah, switch off.
Switch off.
Boundaries. Your hours are 8 to 4, so work 8 to 4.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you start pushing that 8 to 5, then it gets 8 to 5 to 8 to 6, and
I just want
8 to 7. You know what I mean?
Bro, I've got one of my boys. Yeah, I swear to you.
Yeah.
For how many weeks? Yeah, he's gonna get onto me. How many weeks he's been saying, fam, I'm gonna work weekends. Yeah. But it's just so next week is easier. He's been working weekends for 4 weeks.
For the longest.
4
Honestly.
weeks. He's saying to me now, yeah, it's starting to ease up. May's looking good. I'm like, I'm going to buck you in May. we're gonna see what you're saying, innit? But I've spoken to him about it a few times, innit? Like, just
Yeah. But you know what it is as well, I think, like, in certain jobs, it's almost an expectation.
Yeah,
Sometimes
100.
your workload
100.
does mean that in order for you to cope with your workload, you need to work weekends. And I get
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
certain jobs that you put
Yeah.
yourself forward for it. But you do need to be like, even when you're working those weekends, okay, I'm going to finish at 6, so I have time for me. I have time to have my bath, or I have time to go out to dinner with my partner. That is a boundary in itself. Like, I don't feel like boundaries need to be this massive block where I'm like, no, that's what I was saying with compromise. Like, I can meet you halfway. You want me to meet the work weekends, that's okay. But I'm not working till 8 o'clock on a weekend. Like, I need to go out and enjoy
I
myself
might
and
work
have fun.
3 hours on the weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't about to do an 8 to 4.
Yeah,
so
but you know what I mean?
talking about-
Like, yeah.
I'm loving the whole analogy with the whole
I'm gonna
blocking away.
sleep.
Yeah.
I love it. Because, like, boundaries ain't got to be this massive Fort Knox, brick wall, gated community. Could be just a thin glass with a window. I
Yeah.
can see you. I can acknowledge you. You know I'm here. But right now I'm going to do this. And when I'm ready, I'll open and let you know when you're coming.
Yeah.
I don't see a crime in that. I don't see a
Nope.
crime in that. Because you can go mad trying to meet everyone's needs. Do
Mm-hmm.
you know how effective and, like, you know, enjoyable
Yeah.
you can be when you're on your time?
Yeah.
Do you know how much, like, energy you can provide to a circumstance when you're on
Yeah.
your time? When you've got your regimen and your routine and your flexibility based on your rules and your schedule, and you're doing what you want to do, the way you can give to other people is just
different.
it's just untold. Like, you know what I mean? And everybody wins.
Yeah, literally.
Doing it with
Everybody
doing it
wins.
with a different energy.
It's like that saying, you can't pour from an empty cup. Or like when you're on a plane, you have to put the mask on yourself before you put it on anyone else, because you will die.
Yeah, we'll all die.
Yeah,
if you do
you
that.
will die.
Nonsense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Someone's drowning, you're gonna kill us both. Nonsense. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, but I've got to say the kid. Okay, well, the kid's gonna
But
die.
them kids.
You're gonna die.
Yeah,
We're all gonna
literally.
die. So no one's safe.
Like, differently though. Like, kids are annoying. But anyway, has being a yes man ever worked for you guys?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. It has.
Absolutely. But though, in my experience, the higher you get up, and I've learned this so much,
Yeah.
being in the kind of a corporate, well, yeah, not kind of, I've been in a corporate kind of environment most of my adult life, right? Working life. The yes man thing evaporates very quickly. It's funny because the no man is the man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
This whole facade thing is it's dead.
Yeah.
It's not sexy. No one likes it. They don't respect you.
Mm-hmm.
They don't rate
They
you.
don't rate it.
You're not rated.
They don't
Like,
rate it.
and this is the key
Literally.
for everyone about being yourself at work.
Yeah.
You're not rated being the person you think you should be. They don't rate you. If you be that person that's you and it's a bit off key, I'm telling you, they love it. They love it because they're off key. Because we're humans.
Yeah.
Like, the people who have the freedom thing at
Yeah.
the top, do what they want to do. I'm telling you, you're more likely to get with your CEO or your MD or your FD or your CFO if you just be yourself. Because they'll resonate with you. They get all the emails all the time. Oh, excuse me, hi, I'm new here. I want to get to know. That's dead. The PA's reading that.
Yes,
going
it's
to
true, you know.
trash. So
Yeah.
yes man thing works maybe at the beginning just to get a bit of leeway into the room.
Yeah.
Well, yes man works when it's about buying weak people's affection. Yeah?
When has it worked for you? Like,
When you're buying
have
people's
you,
affection.
like, in what like positions would you say you've been in? Even like just personal life, yeah. What positions have you been in, where it's like, right, saying yes works.
Yes,
Because there's
works
some
with
people
people
who
who
are
are
like straight no people, you know. We're assuming everybody is like struggles to say no.
No, yeah, it's true.
Some people are selfish with their self and their time, and it's no, everything is no. You can't get nothing out of them.
Being a yes man works when you're dealing with people that want their ego stroked. That's what I
Yeah,
find. It
that's
works all the time.
true.
They love it. They require it.
Mm-hmm.
They feed off it. And when that's needed for that person, it works.
I agree with that. I feel like in the early stages of corporate jobs, being the yes man opens doors for you because they can see, okay, yes, she's willing to do this, so we'll give
hate
her
that
this
word,
or we'll
you
give
know.
her that.
I hate that word.
What word?
Willing. Because the moment you start getting called willing, oh, he's a team player. I don't hear that. They start putting everything on your desk.
But the ironic thing is that is what they want to hear. Even when you go for a
is.
job, it's like,
I know,
are you a
but I
team
don't
player?
like
But
that,
that's
yeah.
because they know that like
Yeah.
that means that you'll be willing
Exactly.
to
Yeah,
take
I
on the
hate that
workload of
word.
the. But you know what else as well? Like
Sometimes I'm not
the
willing.
people
No, I
at the
don't wanna
no
do it.
men delegate. So they'll say yes, I can do this. But then they'll be like, so say for example, I'll say yes.
Yeah.
Jamal, go and do this. But then it looks like I've done it. Do you know what I mean? So in some ways it's a yes man, but a no man. It's really
We
confusing.
all say yes when it means no.
Yeah,
This is how you do it. And the higher up you are,
Literally.
yes when it means no. It's yes. If you
Yeah.
get done,
Yeah.
what about me?
Mm-hmm.
That's the truth.
Some people's yes is later as well, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
somehow everybody understands that.
Yeah.
It's just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
That means 2 time.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, man, do that. I'll get around to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the way it's said, isn't it?
Yeah.
Semantics, isn't it? Semantics. You gotta land it right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. But no, it has worked.
Mm.
Has it worked for you?
Yeah. Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
It has. But I'm the type of person, yeah, who my mum said this to me before. She was like, "Bro, if I don't want to do something, like
You
when I
would do
want to
it.
do something, I'll go in it.
Mm.
Like no one's stopping. But if I don't want to do, like truly don't want to do something, I'm not doing it."
Question for you guys.
Ooh.
Have you ever said no and regretted it and wish you said yes? Wow,
Silence.
that's deadly silence.
Silence.
Yes, but like not directly no. Like it's like no, but I've missed opportunities.
Yeah. As a result.
100%.
Yeah.
Because in the current moment of time,
Mm-hmm.
couldn't be asked.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't see the benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't see the rewards. And I looked at it and thought, oh, that could have been me.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Now I
live
think
there.
about it. Yeah.
You're better.
Now I think about it. Yes. But I can't say where it was.
That's something.
I can't say that.
Ooh.
I can't say what it was.
No, fair enough.
People will be very angry.
Ooh.
But
God, I want to know what this is now. But
Same.
yeah, no, do you know what? Yeah, I don't have many regrets. I don't have many regrets.
Because you know,
at all.
there's a saying, you miss 100% of the opportunities you don't take.
For sure.
Because I can't ever think that. I mean, there's loads of times that I've said yes that I wish I never said no.
Mm-hmm.
But I wish I'd said no. Sorry,
Mm.
but I can't think of a time that I've said no, wanted to say yes, and then been like, oh damn, that was the right choice. Sometimes it's always in the back of your mind that you're like, oh, I really
The what if?
what if I'd done that and it turned out X way.
How
It's
would
fun,
that
though.
have worked?
Yeah,
It's fun.
yeah.
I got another one actually. Not that, pretty trivial. But like wanting to go out like for a night out. And I've said nah. 'Cause I just couldn't be asked to get into that mood again.
Yeah, and then it's
I've
lit.
gone on the gram now.
It went
Everyone's
off.
having a
lit.
good time.
Went
It's
off.
looking lit, and I'm at home
Yeah.
watching some shit TV.
You see the man them with the goodest lighting.
I'm
on the
seeing
snap
everything looking lit, like the
Badisha
vibe is
on
going
the-
off.
Badisha, Lord, don't kill me.
Badisha on the left.
That
you're
is
like,
so
The company is
funny.
fantastic.
Bro.
The energy is great, and I'm at home, and they're sending me videos. I'm like,
Yeah.
thank you. See, I regretted that.
Yeah.
But it's gone the other way too, though. I've
Yeah.
said, what's the opposite? I've said
Yes, to something you should say no
and I
to.
should have said no to numerous things.
Yeah.
And it's
Those
annoying.
ones stick with me. Those are the ones that stick with me because it's like, fam, I was right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was right, man.
because it's self-inflicted. Like
Niggas, bro.
Yeah.
you've self-sabotaged.
Mm.
Literally. It's not on. It's you.
Yeah.
No, it's the this is a key. Yeah, it's hard, and I'm guilty of it too, right?
Yeah.
But we got to stop blaming the people that ask us questions.
Yeah.
You give the response.
Yes, true.
If they're getting mad at you, get mad then.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Get mad then, innit? But you can take full responsibility for your own actions. And I can, like I said at the beginning, I can say no. So I got to say no, I can't blame you for pressuring me. I can deflect that pressure and say no.
Yeah.
It's up to us.
It's true.
Like, end of the day, it's up to you. Because no one's going to care about it. They're going to ask you, why did you do it then? Why did you do it? Yeah, but you did it though.
You said yes,
You
'cause
did
you-
it.
yeah.
So what's going on there? Like,
Yeah, it's true.
so that's how I see it. It's tough, though,
Yeah.
like life is about questions, yeses and nos, and different paths, and we've got to work out what's
Decisions,
best
fam.
for us. It's decisions, isn't it?
Mm.
Decision making, which is a brilliant segue to the next topic of, the consequences of saying yes versus saying no. Because, as they always say in the working environment, under promise, over deliver, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But what happens when you over promise and you under deliver?
Then your wife's vexed.
Your life's vexed. What do you
Wife-
mean?
the
Everything's
wife, the wife,
vexed.
the wife,
Wife vexed.
the wife, the wife, the wife.
Yeah, that. Yeah, that.
Funny.
That's
Awkward.
vexed, that's vexed.
But nevertheless, yeah. And you guys have been there. You guys have been in a situation where you've over promised and you under delivered. What's the consequence of that?
Let me think. Has there been a time
I'm
that I
thinking.
overpromised? I don't know.
I have.
I feel like in a proper
Mm.
micro scenario, yeah,
Mm.
or like a small version. Say for example, you hype up your football abilities. Tell the man them I'm coming to shell it today, you know, and you have a stinker.
And you're there, like,
You have a stinker. You
not
put
one
up a-
shot on target. Like, it's
Yeah,
embarrassing.
you didn't score that day.
Nothing.
3 out of 10, and you're
Yeah.
like, fam,
Yeah,
I'm
poor.
better than this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
better
it's poor.
than this.
I've learnt that though.
Yeah.
Silence is deadly still. Silence is deadly.
Mm.
Don't get me wrong, yeah. You can be a chatty patty and deliver. Don't get this.
Yeah, of
Because
course.
people tell me, you talk too much and that. Be careful.
I feel
'cause
like
you can't deliver.
people undervalue you though.
Yeah, don't get. Yeah, but true.
When you talk, yeah, and it's like, it's almost you giving people something to expect.
True, but
Mm.
equally, there's time a man's been a chatty patty and I've patterned them.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah, I feel
But
great.
that's what I'm saying. Even in that, like when you're doing the chatty patty thing, like because you're telling people, all right, yeah, cool, I'm gonna do this, that, and then you go and deliver. Some people will look at you in awe, and then others will just be like, okay.
Mm.
Whereas, I don't know why. Yeah, people don't like to give people their flowers. You know, everybody
No,
loves.
they don't.
Everyone
They
loves.
really
Everyone
don't.
loves an underdog story. If you're not supposed to, well, if in their head you're not supposed to have done something, and
Yeah.
you do it, it's like, oh my god, I can do it too. My kid can do it.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. But if you're coming up with some rah, I'm the ish.
I'm
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, I'm a bad one.
Yeah, like I'm really that guy. Like
It's like if you think you're great and you're great,
people are
everyone's like,
"Who do you think you are?"
Yeah, like who do you think you are?
even though you're like the proof is there.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like if you work hard and actually do well and you succeed in life, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
really.
Right, but can you top that though? Can you? Exactly.
People are praying your downfall, bro. Like
Wait.
Yeah, they really are.
society's where they're there, but it's entertainment. It's entertaining to see people fail and see underdogs win.
Yeah.
What about you? Have you over promised, under delivered?
I was literally just sitting here thinking really hard. I feel like although I'm making it sound like I don't have any boundaries, I do have some boundaries. So I feel like even when I'm like at work sometimes and I feel like, okay, I've said yes to something, if I feel like I can't do it on the time frame that I said I was going to do it in, I would just go back to them and be like, look, I know I said I would do this, but I can't do it today. I'll give this to you tomorrow or Friday, whatever. But not to the extent where I've under-delivered because I feel like I try to hold myself to such a high standard. Or I probably have under-delivered, but just wasn't very conscious of it. So like because I was under so much stress, I probably didn't perform to my best. Do you know what I mean? But handed in the work anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
I've underdelivered.
That's a hard question
with
to
like
answer.
trivial things like
Yeah.
timekeeping.
Yeah.
Because I tried to fit
All
11
the time.
things
Mm.
into this hour
Mm.
to compete with everyone's needs,
Mm.
and I've been late.
Mhm.
Or like, and it's funny because no one sees the work you're doing to serve everyone else.
Yes,
Because
true.
all your other
It don't
tasks,
matter.
no one asks you for those tasks.
Yeah.
Don't matter.
Do you know what I mean? It's like if I told you, Sarah, I'm gonna provide you a service by 1 p.m.
Mm.
and you get it at 1:30.
Mm.
Because at 12 I was trying to help my mum, my sister, my partner
Mm.
run these errands, doing great, honourable, altruistic things that you don't care about that. It's
Yeah.
that your need. Your need is 1 p.m. but it's a deadline. So I've done it before many times.
Mm.
But I'm learning you can't. It's because it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, yeah.
Yeah.
And the credibility would depreciate.
Yes,
rapidly.
true.
Do not. I've learned, yeah. Do not under deliver.
Well, do not overpromise.
Nah, don't under. Obviously,
Don't
It's
overpromise.
anonymous, right?
Yeah.
But like, man ain't here to be.
Don't say you're gonna like, I can do this by this time, and then
but-
not do it.
But of course, because they go hand in hand. But
Yeah.
For me, like, you never say you can do something you can't do. It's just. It's
Yeah.
just-
So we're saying the same thing.
we are basically,
Yeah.
innit? But you never get anywhere with that one. You never
Yeah.
get anywhere. Like no matter what you do, yeah.
Yeah.
People remember that. Yeah, he's one of them, man.
You know what
He's
this
fancy.
reminds me
Can't
of?
be trusted.
Can't be
Do
trusted.
you know what this reminds me of? Yeah, the other day, yeah, I've been waiting for a package for ages,
Yeah.
and there was a
Was
new
it Fashion Over?
no, maybe no, no joking. But yeah, it got delivered to the wrong address, and because I was stalking the hell out of this package,
Yeah.
I know it got delivered to the wrong address. So instantly, I was like to this delivery company that I'm not going to mention because I'm not going to put them on blast, even though they should be on blast. But anyway, I was like, this has been delivered to the wrong address. Okay. So the woman was like, okay, yeah. She was very kind and compassionate, the first woman I spoke to. And then she was like, you should expect to hear back from someone by 5 o'clock today. Cool. That's fine. Please tell me why I didn't hear back from anyone 5 o'clock. I didn't. So the next morning now I called the guy or called the company and I was like, I was expecting to hear back from someone. No one called me. She put me through to the person that was dealing with my caseload. He's like, do you think this is the only case? I was so angry with this. Do
I'm
you
dead.
think this is the only case I'm dealing with? And I said exactly what he said. Do you think I care? Like that was,
Yeah, I'm dead.
I was like, do you think I care? You delivered my package to the wrong address. I expect a solution. I do not care that you're dealing with 150 other people. I don't care.
He's having a hard day.
Do you know what I mean? He was having a real hard day because he
Hard
sounded like
day.
he was going to cry.
Yeah, stress.
He was like, don't call me. He was having a bad
Someone
day.
just called him before you did,
Yeah.
and got onto him the same way.
Yeah.
So he was like, I'm not having it again.
But it goes
I'm
back
not
to what
having
he's
it.
saying, isn't it? About like, don't say you're gonna do something if you're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Set
Because you
like
don't care.
proper boundaries, because I'm not interested as to why you've not done it. You told me you were gonna do
It's
it,
not your
so do
business.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Your business. Like, we agreed on Saturn. I don't care about all of that other
Yeah.
stuff that's happened.
Or
You
like
get
let me know that there's no updates or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keep me in the loop.
That's it, man. People want to just know what's going on. Just be transparent. Again, honesty. Just be honest.
Yeah.
Transparency is what you need so we can say, okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's delayed. I know what's happening. Otherwise, you get mad. He gets mad. Everyone loses.
Yeah.
Literally everyone loses.
Everyone loses. Really. It's true.
It's key. Is there any situation where you've been in where you feel like you said yes, but you've meant no, but you said the yes because it was the right thing to do? Like
You
it felt
said
like
yes,
the right
but
thing
you
to do.
meant no. But it was the right thing to do.
Like
As
the
in
person needed
said
you.
yes, but you wanted to say no.
Yeah, but you knew that the yes was the right choice because, like,
Yeah.
nah, the person would need. They need me.
Yeah.
Well, I got to do this.
Yeah. Loads of times.
Because like there's certain times where it's like, fam, my morality will come into play.
That's it. It's
And
morals,
it's like, bruv, like, and on top of it, even stuff like, I don't remember like uni and stuff. There'll be points where it's like, bro, I don't see the point in doing this assignment. You know, it doesn't make sense. It's not, and it's got no links to what I want to do in the future. But I've got to do it. Sometimes you've got to do the things you don't want to do.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not for you. Sometimes it is for you.
Yeah.
But you just can't see it.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Sometimes you just can't see things.
But what do you do, yeah, when like your value and ethics come into play, but they don't align with how the person's making you feel? Like, what if you believe that, nah, I'm a, upstanding individual, I've got a strong moral compass, I've got some key values, I'm a supporter, I'm altruistic in my nature, but this person is violating, and really and truly, they don't deserve my help. They're undeserving of my help, and I'm going to help them knowing that they're going to not appreciate it as well. Do you still help that person? Do you still say yes in that scenario?
That's yes man stuff. That's yes man stuff. Because if they're violating, and nah.
But okay, let's make some more
I
layers to
can
it.
spend my energy somewhere. No,
But say you care about them.
it doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
Listen, the thing is, yeah, you see with me, yeah, and we're going like, it's a different thing now. But it's at the end of the day, if they're violating, it's disrespect.
But let's say they're not
respond to
violating in like some mad like flagrant way. Let's say they're violating as in like
even the
they're not really
subtle vials.
appreciating your help. E.g., let's take me. I've got an alcohol dependency issue. Let's use that word. Yeah. I've an addiction, a dependency issue. And you've been like holding me down. Like I just get irrational. I get messy. I'm your cousin. Like, you're looking after me. Like you want, you don't. I'm like, yo, listen, Rush, man. Listen, I fucked up again, and I'm not gonna lie. I've been drinking, role playing. I've been drinking. Life's not working out, and the gas and lecky ain't on, and the kids are going off. I just need you, bro. Can you just help me out, whatever. And like I'm actually on my last flipping, penny. So, bro, listen, my daughter needs some clothes for school Monday morning. Just a little score, just £20, bro. Just please, please. I just need it. But you probably know I'm gonna fuck it off and go get a couple cans. I'm not gonna lie. You probably know it, but I'm shaking. Are you gonna say no to me? So I'm violating you.
Bro, I feel like in that scenario, yeah.
I need you.
In that scenario, yeah, then you do what they've asked you for. Not in terms of, I'm not gonna give you.
I was just thinking the same thing.
I'm not gonna give you because if it's my cousin, that's my niece and nephew.
Okay.
Feel me? I ain't gonna let them go. You are a waste man, innit? You're doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
But my niece and nephew, I gotta take care of the family, like you feel me? So yeah, I handle that. I help with that. And even if I'm gonna give you the money, I'll give it with the understanding that I ain't getting that back.
Cool. So you give it, and then your niece calls you, like, yo, unks, Daddy didn't go and get us the clothes for school. He's gone and bought a couple cans.
Punch up. We're
And then say I call you tomorrow.
It's the swingers.
Yo, because listen, I know you gave me the scores, but
Nah, it's the swingers.
But
are you backing me again?
It's the swingers.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm thinking though? Like you can provide someone their needs without giving them. So you could help the situation without giving him the money. You could go and take your nieces and your nephews to go and get the school clothes. You don't have to give that person the money. It's like, sometimes when you see like homeless people on the street and they're like, oh, can I have money? Sometimes what I've done is like, instead of giving them money, I'll go and buy them food. Because then I know that you've got something to eat, because I don't know what you're using that money for.
Yeah, right.
And I feel like it's the same in that situation. You can just be like, you know what, you don't have gas, you don't have electricity. Let me go and give me your gas card and put money on it for you. That way you know what that money's going for. And if they come back the next day and they're saying, you know, we've run out of gas and electric, you know they're lying because you know how much you put on that card. You know what I mean? But yeah.
But it's tricky though. Like,
Yeah.
how do you help people, yeah, who are becoming lost causes, yeah,
You can't.
but need your help?
You can't. I've come to realize in this cold life that you
Cold
can't
world
help
for real,
people if they don't want to be helped. Do you know what I mean? Like, it can cause you more harm overextending yourself than it can to just turn around and be like, I'm so sorry. Like, but no.
Yeah.
Like, those conversations are the hardest because you walk away and you think like, oh my God, like I should have done more. But at the end of the day, like, you literally cannot help someone that does not want to help themselves.
Facts. All
You
you're
just
doing
have
is
to
just
leave them to it.
delaying their end, basically. No, I agree. And it's a hard lesson to learn. It's sobering reality, but you can't save people that can't save themselves.
Yeah, literally.
Your only role in people's lives is to be there and support them and exist with them.
True.
But you can't take on and enjoy their life for them.
100%. Yeah.
Nah, I hear it.
Facts.
I hear it, man. There's nothing more for me to add to that.
Boy.
I hear that.
Any lingering last points? Anyone? Any lingering last words?
Boundaries. Please, people, if you've learned anything from this conversation, please have boundaries because, you know, and also there's nothing wrong with compromise. There is nothing wrong. If you want to help someone and, you know, you can't give them everything they're asking, you can give them a little and they'll appreciate it. Do you know what I mean? Boundaries and compromise. And therapy.
Communication as
Therapy.
well. Communication as well, man.
Yeah.
I feel like communication is important in that space, like where you are. Sometimes, like I was saying, sometimes you just say no to say no.
Yeah.
And it's alright to do that. But, and you don't owe them an explanation, but it would be nice to communicate it in a way that people understand. You know what I'm saying? In a way that doesn't harm relationships. Because saying no can harm relationships, you know?
Yeah.
It can really harm, people will feel a way about it for some reason, whatever reason. But yeah, man, that's a big one, compromise. I'm going to take that one away.
Yeah, man. And self-love is the best kind of love, you know?
Whatever that means.
Whatever that means in itself. But you can be the best for people when you're the best for yourself, you know? How can you love someone when you're not even, you know, in tune with you? How can you be the best person for someone if not the best person for you? We both lose if I lose in my eyes. Do you know what I mean? You have to win separately almost. To win collectively. As in, like, in your own self, you need to be going somewhere in your mind and be clear and loving yourself before we can do this together. So come as you are, but let's come as you are with intentions to go together. You know, we have to do this in a way that's going to be beneficial to both of us. And saying no is good. When done in the right way, and intentions that are right, saying no is healthy, man.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, man.
Wicked.
And with that said, we're out.
Peace.
Show.
Bye.